What is going on, people? This is your boy Agree to Disagree, and I'm coming at you with another video review. This video was sent to me. It's a video about Amanda Seales talking about marriage. This is going to be interesting, so let's get into it.
For me, like, marriage is not that, it's not like a goal for me. Like, I think at the end of the day, like, if it ended up working out that made sense, fine. If not, and we just gonna buy a property together and do a ceremony that says, hey, we only doing us, and that has double meaning.
And why isn't marriage for you?
I mean, I think at this point in my life, I just don't feel comfortable bringing the government into my relationship.
The government?
I think there's also just the fact that we just live in a different time. I think once upon a time, marriage was like set as the goal because for a lot of women, just socially, that was our best way at getting access to finance, to safety, to security. But we're in a different era. So there's just more options.
Okay, so Amanda Seales actually said this a couple of years back, but since this was recently sent to me, I will go ahead and touch on it. And I've actually been meaning to talk about this topic. So first I'm going to go ahead and break down what she said, and then I'll go ahead and discuss this whole marriage is not the goal thing. So the first thing she mentions is the government, which I thought was weird because the government actually gives benefits to married couples, things like Social Security benefits, medical benefits, tax breaks, things of that nature. So I thought that was a weird thing to lead with. And then she goes on to say, oh, well, you know, women were mainly getting married for safety and finance reasons. And this type of thinking goes back to that strong, independent woman ideology where they think, now that I have money, I don't need a man. Marriage is way more than just safety and finances. What marriage is a bond. It is two individuals coming together as one. It's no longer you, it's no longer him. It is now us. You guys are a unit. What marriage is a vow to cherish, love, and honor each other until your last heartbeat. And I know you guys are going to be like, well, marriage isn't for everyone. You're damn right marriage isn't for everyone. It isn't for people like Amanda Seales, who views men as utilities instead of companions. Because let's be honest, if she were to meet a man who meets her what I'm sure are ridiculous standards, she would be singing another tune. If she was in love with a man, undoubtedly she would want that man to confess his undying love for her. Especially if she starts seeing her friends get married and get proposed to, she's absolutely going to want her man to do the same. And why wouldn't a woman want long-term commitment from a man that they love? And I can't think of a higher honor that a man could give a woman besides getting down on one knee and promising his unwavering love and loyalty until the end of his days. That is a man saying that I don't care what other woman is out there, I don't want to spend it with anyone else but you. And I'm going to really dig into this because it's not just Amanda Seales. I'm starting to see more and more women talk about how marriage is not the goal. You women have been dreaming about marriage since before you hit puberty, but now all of a sudden, marriage is not the goal. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of how dudes get really excited to play a video game, and then all of a sudden they start losing, and so then they be like, man, this game's stupid, man. You know, I wasn't even really trying for real. You know what I mean? You know what? I don't even want to play no more. This is what women do when they realize that marriage actually requires you to act like a wife. And then when they refuse to conform to what wifey material looks like, they later on get mad because they're not getting picked. And then go and say, oh, marriage isn't for me. No, being a good wife isn't for you because you're too stubborn to be held accountable for your actions. So you'd rather be alone because you don't understand commitment, you don't understand compromise, and you don't understand that marriage is duty. And honestly, I don't even really believe women when they say marriage is not the goal. But here's what I think is actually happening. See, men have discovered that their leverage is they hold the key to marriage. And I have seen men use this against women, and they've also used this as a shaming tactic against women who are not married. Now, this is something I do not condone. But what women are doing now is saying, oh, I don't care about marriage, as a way to deflect men's shaming tactics. But we all know that you still want marriage, but what you're doing is you're moving the goalposts so men's shaming tactics won't be used against you. But you can go around saying how you don't want marriage all day, but then when a guy proposes to you, you respond like this. So you're not fooling anybody. And ladies, y'all don't come at me because y'all gave up your leverage when y'all bought into the feminist propaganda and sexual liberation by giving sex without commitment. You guys really shot yourself in the foot on that one. Y'all said no more slut shaming. I can sleep with as many men as I want to. There's nothing wrong with sleeping with a guy on the first date. Now look at y'all. Can't buy a husband if you could get him on layaway. You women can control sex, but you cannot control when a man proposes to you. So instead of using sex as a way to get a ring, you guys rather use it to go on vacations or get a new purse. And once your looks fade, all that stuff gonna fade right along with it. And I don't care what y'all say in the comments. You guys are not going to convince me that you rather be single your entire life rather than get married. I saw a Facebook group the other day for women, and it was called Over 40, Single, and Happy. And let me just go ahead and tell you this right now. That group had nothing but women who looked like defensive tackles and offensive linemen. A lot of them had their hair dyed all kind of bright colors. It looked like a lesbian convention and not the lipstick kind. I was going to add pictures, but I decided, you know what? I'm going to be good today. We just gonna say that group did not have the most attractive women in the world. But let's be real for a second. If you'd rather spend the rest of your life with a pet instead of a partner, I think that says more about you than it says about the dating pool. And I'm not talking about the people who are actively searching for a partner. I'm talking about the people who have completely given up on trying to find a partner and just rather buy a dog. Let's call a spade a spade. The real reason that you don't want a partner is because you don't want someone to hold you accountable. You'd rather die alone than do some self-reflection and work on being a better partner. Seriously, I want you women to really think on this one. This is for all the women who would rather spend the rest of their life alone than be with a man. Is it really because there's no good men out there? Or are you not the prize that you thought you were? Maybe you're not as good of a communicator as you think you are. Maybe you don't take care of your appearance as much as you should. Maybe you are lacking the type of feminine qualities that you need to attract the right type of man. Not the man that you want, but the man that you need. I really want you guys to ponder on that. But that is all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you thought of the video. If there's any parts you agree with or disagree with, put it down in the comment section. If you want to see more content like this, please subscribe. And if you got anything out this video, hit that like button. This is Agree to Disagree. I'm out.